Hi everybody, Jackie here with Robert Shepins from Champion Personnel System. How are you doing today?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm doing great.
Good.
So today we're going to talk about workplace culture. Oh no, this is a good thing. Culture is exciting.
Well, let's talk about it then.
So, I mean, I guess where we're coming at it from may not be the most exciting, and it's who decides on culture.
Right.
It's pretty
First you have to define culture.
Right.
And in my book, The Great Workplace 2.0, published 7 years ago, now everything in the book is in Forbes, Harvard Business Review, etc. So it must have been pretty accurate. You're getting the definition of culture to be values in action.
Values in action.
Not values on the shop floor,
right,
or on the wall, or in a manual, or in a book. They belong there also. But how are they being used? Now, who decides that? Most people think the CEO, the C-suite, the HR department, they meet for hours and hours and hours and decide what the culture is. Yes, they talk about values. Yeah. And those values are, yes, they're for employees, but for the first part, they've got to be for the customer.
Right.
Because if you're not focused on the customer, it doesn't matter what you do with your employees. You don't have an organization any longer. So you take your values and you put them into action.
Something you can see and feel every day.
So you're taking the C-suite down to HR, and I mean that literally.
Yeah.
And then around to your employees. But who really picks up on what you have decided culture is? The leader in each unit.
Okay.
So you've got the admirals all the way down to lieutenants or team leaders.
Yep.
And it's the team leader or lieutenant who decides in his or her unit what values are going to be put into place and how is a person expected to act on those values. Yeah. Then you have culture, because you go into just about any organization and you go to units within the organization. Up here at the C level, they may say X, Y, and Z.
Is the culture.
But then you go all the way down to the shop floor level, as an example, with manufacturing companies, and the unit leader has decided they're ABC, not X, Y, Z.
Right.
Might be in the same vein,
but
not coming out the same way. So if you're not teaching unit leaders all the way down what the culture should be, it doesn't matter what you've decided at the C-suite level, what you spent the weekend along with duck hunting doing, just throwing it out the window. It doesn't work that way.
It's all going to come down to those unit leaders, the people that are on the ground floor, and what values they're putting into action to create that culture.
Right, values in action, and they make the decision, not you.
So this is a really important thing to remember. And if you are in that C-suite position or in the HR position at your company, on the employer side of things, employee retention is a really big issue, onboarding properly, and making sure that you have a culture that is easy to define, that is easy to put into action on the top level all the way down. Values and action.
Absolutely.
So give them a call today, Champion Personnel. You can reach them at 216-823-5900 or visit them online at championpersonnel.com to request a meeting. As Robert said, he wrote this book 7 years ago, and these are concepts that are being brought to the forefront today. So if you want to be ahead of the game, you need to give them a call. Thank you so much, Robert.
Good. Thank you.